Well, hello there, everybody, and welcome to session 51 of To the Skies. I'm, of course, your DM of Doom, Son of Asgard, or World Tree Quest here on Twitch and YouTube. And with me today, we've got my amazing cast. We've got Abigail the Nerd, Wingo the Wizard, Stories from the Rosies, and Johnny Deadman. Do I have any housekeeping? I don't think I do. And if I do, I can't remember it, which means it can't have been that important in the first place. I'll probably remember it for when we wrap up, at which point I'll say it then. But until then, I'm very excited, and I want to get into this, so I'm going to say, guys, what the fuck happened last session?
Take it away, Jess. Take it away, Jess.
Go for it. You can always see Jess just like...
I just never want to assume.
You should.
No, I don't want
Please
to
assume.
We've been doing this for 3
Your
years
notes
now,
are better
Jess.
than any of us.
Like, Jess, we've been doing this for 3 years now. Just assume.
It's true. Okay. So,
Jess, take us
where
away.
we had left off, a portal had opened, and we were like, somebody just cast counterspell. Who's that? And this gorgeous figure steps through. She's got like antlers. Her hair is so long and luscious. And we were like, it's
Return of the
right.
Mac. Oh yeah, Return of the Mac.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And we
she
went
also
through
had
all of
a
the
cute-
greatest hits in 5 minutes.
Exactly.
Fucking dead. round one of combat. I'm just gonna see if it works. Disintegrate.
Exactly. And she also had a cute little gold dragon with her named Orchid, who is just living their best little gold dragon life. So we're gonna have lots of baby gold, well, not baby gold, but baby dragons running around, which we love. And then, you know, our BBEG's just like, well, I'm gonna kill you guys. And we're like, no, thank you. And he's like, look, I can switch my magic modifier stuff because I'm a little magic hoe. And we're like, great, that's so fun for you. How rude, how dare you. And not only that, but he had a helmet from Fez, because that's future Fez who went back in time and did all this crazy stuff. So he had memories of us. He's like,
I'm never going to be able to get over it. I can change my modifier because I'm a little magic hole.
Well, he is.
I can make my modifier whatever you want, Daddy.
Exactly.
What do you want? What do you want, Sugar Cakes? Do you want a druid? Do you want a cleric? Do you want a bard? I can be whatever you want me to be.
I just
Exactly.
realized that there is so much potential for a Into the Skies drinking game that I'm going to write up because I just thought of 4 different.
Well, I know what I want for the rest of these streams.
At this point, it's what we need, man. It's what we need.
I got homework. I'll bring it next session. I promise.
It's like drunk Minecraft, but it's just drunk D&D because Will keeps drinking throughout it.
Drink if it wasn't a Wednesday.
As I started my weekend, I'm getting drunk.
We love
Every
that
time
though.
Fez and
with Echo back in the party, drink every time somebody gets counterspelled. We'll be done by an hour end.
every time someone says margarita.
Drink a
Oh,
margarita.
I'm gonna do this with margaritas.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
That'd be so fun.
I don't drink, but I'll be your designated driver.
That's why we do this on screen.
Exactly.
And I will be the DMs that night.
I'm DMing, but they're actually just like, so what you said was this, and I'm just like, I can't remember. I have tequila.
I said whatever you said. I said.
Do you know what, guys? I can't read my notes anymore. So the Tarask pops up.
You know, I'm bored. Everyone make a con save. For what? You don't know. Neither do I.
So sorry, Jess. You were saying we
That was
the guy had a helmet because Fez decided to
'cause
fuck
it was
the
Fez from
rules.
the
We have
future and all
money.
this crazy time travel, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff. So he's like, I know all of your guys' strategies. And we're like, rude. And then we were fighting, and we could see, like, it was kind of crazy, because at one point he got, like, a big old hole in his chest from a disintegrate, and we could see, like, his internal organs, and, like, some of them were, like, a magma lung, and then one of them was, like, here's my heart with scriptures on it, and then he had, like, tubes and other crap in there, and we're like, oh, that is disturbing. And eventually, he was like, I'm done with all of you because I'm bored. Even though we're like, yeah, no, it's because we were beating you. And he teleported away. And then all of a sudden, the thing that we're in is like, crashing towards the ocean floor where a kraken and Fergus, very likely for Fergus, are waiting.
Preferably Fergus.
Yeah. We would rather it be Fergus and not the kraken, but very likely it'll be both.
Fergus is the Kraken.
I was about to say it.
Plot twist. Plot twist.
Fergus was the Kraken all along.
My poor
Fantastic.
Boy, my boy.
Thank
Bad
you
guy, son.
so much, Jess. So yeah, picking right up where we left, the floor that you guys are on is hurtled down and crashed into the seabed. The walls crack and bend in, the glass cracks, but no water comes through. None. There's a strange sense that you are all going to feel, a sense of tightness in the air around you. Those of you who...
It's like
Those
we're
of you
about to pull like a Titan submersible.
No.
Yeah, that's it. You're
We're not rich enough for that.
Not Ocean Gate again.
So you guys have robbed so much stuff. I actually calculated that you're all now billionaires, which means
Oh no.
Sorry, while
Yeah.
I was in the Feywild, I invested. I'm sorry, guys.
who said that D&D can't get topical? Huh?
Fez has invented a cryptocurrency, so.
Tropical. We wanted tropical, not topical. Tropical.
Oh, that's my bad. So, despite there being quite a bit of pressure here, pressure that you would feel this low down, underneath this much water, there's no actual water starting to come through the cracks. If everybody would like to make me an investigation check.
Oh boy.
I'm hugging Echo first.
No, you gotta do an investigation check
We could be
first.
crushed right now. I'm hugging Echo.
Do an investigation over Echo's shoulder.
If it's the last thing I do, I am hugging Echo.
If there's a hug going on, I think that Jericho's quickly getting in on that. Like, it's really nice to see you. This is a really awkward time. I'm so sorry.
Is this like
No,
the
it's okay.
scene? Is this like the scene from the end of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie where like Raphael bears a soul because they think that they're all going to fall to their death, but actually they're all 2 feet above the ground and he's got his eyes closed? I just want you to know that I've always really liked you, and you're always a really, really good friend, and I really miss you when you left. I'm really glad that you're fine. Fez, we're fine. Everybody's safe now. Oh.
Oh.
Well.
So, you wanted an investigation check, I heard?
Investigation check, please.
I got a 12.
How does the 34 sound?
Mediocre at best.
I got a 20 total.
Disrespectful. Like a solid 4. You have only
No,
eyes for
24.
Echo, right? Oh.
So we got a 20, a 24, a 12, and a 34. Okay, cool.
34 meets it, beats it.
Kill Surprise. Everybody except fucking Fez.
It's a skill that requires attention. Fez doesn't have that.
Scat, and my favorite thing is the fact that you're the only one who mentioned actually looking at things. Everybody else was like, yeah, well, roll like you said to roll. You were like, I'm looking over Echo's shoulder.
The
Which
problem
is
is
clearly
Echo's
the
taller
wrong
than
direction.
The issue is you can't see over the shoulder.
Right. Yeah. I'm just looking at the ceiling.
just like stare. I can't see over your shoulder. That's my hip. Same thing.
Thank God we're not flying because there's stalactites up there.
Oh my god! If it wasn't for all of us rolling this high investigation, we might never have seen this cheese wire. You know who you are, Tommen. You know who you are, Tommen. That was his character name, not his real name, by the way. His character's name was Tommen, and it made me greatly happy to take out a Lannister. What is today? So what's the investigation checks? Those of you who passed that would be 8, Echo, and Jericho. While you're having this moment, from your peripherals, from as you start to, scan around, see what's going on here. Outside, you're definitely on the ocean floor. There's definitely sand and debris all around, but there's multiple different parts of debris. There are sunken ships around here, but there's no water. There's like a bubble, a solid 300-foot spherical bubble around this place. Centered on this, like you saw in those security footage, centered on this ruin. Looks like it was maybe some form of temple, or maybe a palace, but something is definitely projecting a magical aura from here. Now, at the top of this temple, you can see there is obvious fleet machinery connected to a large enclosure, much like what you've seen when you were rescuing all the people from the cell structure. Like one of them, but slightly larger, and inside it there was Fergus and 3 other, let's say, teenagers, young adults. They all look to be, Jericho, this would be you that would be able to notice this, not the same species, but the same native environment. They all seem to be aquatic species of some kind. There's no water outside, so what would you all like to do?
Save the boy.
Yes, save the
I
boy.
see our boy.
Wait, we see my boy? Did I miss
thought
that?
so. Is that
Yeah.
Oh my god.
3 other teens? Yes.
My bad. I thought he was describing other things, not my boy. Bad reaction on my part. My bad. Fergus!
Okay, so you can try and fight your way through the door, which is busted, or you can try and break your way through the window, which is slightly cracked and probably a lot easier to get through.
Okay. Give me just. How long does this take? Oh wait, I don't have the spell slot for it. Never mind. Oh wait, no. Yes, I do. Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna start casting Windwalk.
Windwalk's a good
So
spell.
we could just slip on through the cracks.
I'm a very aggressive cloud.
Exactly. I'm going to cast Windwalk on all of us.
Okay,
And it
you
lasts
cast.
for
Yeah, it's a long time.
so
that.
great.
You cast Windwalk, and now all of you can take a minute to turn and dissipate into a cloud and pass through any crack, any crevice, whatever your heart desires.
My new wife can do that anyway.
Yeah, she can.
I can fit through any. I'm not making that joke. It's low hanging fruit.
Something cave diver.
I was just gonna say.
something spelunking.
Echo's not gonna do the windwalk just yet, in case we get attacked within a minute or people are waiting for an ambush, because then that's like 10 rounds of combat. So what I'm gonna do is one of my Revelation in the Flesh features, and I can cave dive. I can move through any space as narrow as 1 inch without squeezing. It's super uncanny.
I understand that you have this ability, but I'm gonna need you to describe this, like how this looks with Echo.
Y'all ever read the books Flat Stanley?
No.
Yes.
To put it in a visual context, have you ever seen
Paper.
X-Men? Have you ever seen X-Men 1?
Yes.
You know the guy who can turn himself into a puddle but dies halfway through the movie?
Yes, I do.
That! Oh my
Okay.
god. No, it can't be that. That's too weird. Ugh.
No, it's Flat Stanley, the beloved children's book series and body horror.
Never read it. I'm gonna Google this right now.
I'm about to put an image in the chat, so don't you worry.
Thank you for sharing with the class.
They mail him so they don't have to pay for plane tickets.
Oh my! I remember him. Oh my god!
We made our own Flat Stanleys and sent them to pen pals that we never met in person.
You guys fuck. That's what you guys had as children's books.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Red,
Isn't it-
don't
if I
stand
remember
on a
right,
swivel
it's a door
chair.
fell on him, right? And that's why he became flat. Am I
Yeah, he
remembering
got
that right?
hurt and then became flat.
My children's books were like Horrid Henry. Like fuck me, man. You
We
guys
had
had
Horrid Henry sometimes if we were good.
Horrid
Horrid
Henry's just a kid who like pranks his brother. You guys had this child was crushed and became 2D. Like what
Yeah,
the
so
fuck?
that's what Echo does. She just turns 2D and shoop. then she calls
Origamis
Orchid, who's
herself
kind
through
of-
the gaps.
These
And
are
then
the
she
books you
calls
get when you
Orchid
don't
who's
have
pants
universal
over.
health care.
Orchid just like slithers out of a fold.
And then pop back into 3D.
So
It's like the
So-
little cartoon thing where they like.
so we've
Moving
now
to the
established
Angel
that
Project list.
after spending a period of time in the Feywilds, Echo is now Popeye, the Sailor Man. Echo runs entirely on Lunatian logics now. Echo goes into combat, you just hear
She
Right.
can run over cliffs as long as she doesn't look down.
The moment she looks down, drop. Stepping out, all of you, or passing through these gaps, you come out into this, and this space has got everything. Like, all kinds of debris. We're talking barracks, we are talking ammo chambers, sunken ships, crashed aircrafts that have came in and have been caught in this dome that's been made. There's even broken units of what appear to be like mechanical walkers and such. All kinds of fleet things. Fez, one thing I'm going to give you for free is that you're going to see over by this. Oh, thank you very much. Came from the YouTube. Thanks very much, Zebby. Nice to have you here. Hope you enjoy what you see. Fez, what you're going to see is over by a lot of this, these, what looks like a hangar. Vehicles and such have been dragged down. There was a large crate landing that seems to have landed on top of like a bunch of other stuff. The crate is not all too damaged, like a metal cargo container, and on the side of it says Fez's favourite word, or Fez's favourite series of words.
High
Keep away
explosive.
from flames.
It says
cannon ammo.
no, not highly explosive. It says deemed unfit for mainstream use.
Yay! Catching prizes.
But for the rest of you, you guys can see this temple, palace, ruin structure, and at the top of it, this cell where Fergus and these 3 other young adults are. Jericho is cloud floating all the way up there.
I feel like as long as there's no cheese wires, but I'm a cloud.
Funnily enough
I'm
that you
okay.
say that, this is special
Actually,
cheese
only
wire.
cheese wires.
This cheese wire can actually only cut through gases.
Only gases.
Only gases.
Crazy.
Fantastic.
If you're a solid, a liquid, or an iodized plasma, you're good.
Only this plan is fucked. Okay, got it.
If I cast Shocking Grasp on Jericho, would that ionize her?
Don't touch me!
So, you get up there. Are you taking the minute to then come out of your windwalk form? Jericho.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, I'm going.
What about you, 8 and Echo? Are you guys going up there, or is there things that you want to do while you're around here?
So probably, I think 8's gonna go just in case anybody needs healing or anything like that. Like, because
Okay.
they're just little babies. They're just little babies.
Echo?
I'm gonna cover from where I'm at and keep an eye out to make
Okay.
sure that if the guards show up, I'll run distraction.
Okay, cool. Jericho and 8. When you get to the top of this temple and you take that minute to come out of your windwalk form, Fergus is immediately going to leap up, run over to the edge and be like, Mom! Mom! And smacking on it and just like, but as he's doing it, and you can see that he's got lines connected to him.
Like fishing line?
Like
Like
The
tubing,
line- like tubing.
Okay, so like what's it called? An IV.
Similar, but less of a
Okay.
things going in and more like something coming out.
What the heck? Oh
Ew.
no! What are they doing to our
You
boy?
can see the other 3 have it as well. And it all seems to be going into one large container with one large tube that goes out the back of this cell and into this temple ruin structure.
8?
Yes.
I should not be making decision,
Okay.
because my first instinct is to break it. What is the plan? I need to get him out. I need to get them out.
Yes. I think we need to figure out where this big old tube is going that they are connected to. Fergus, or you other 3, do you know what the tubing is for?
Fergus is just going to be like, we were brought here like maybe 2 days ago and now they're taking our blood.
Oh, it's your blood. Oh, we don't like that.
No, we don't. Are you okay?
I'm we're fine. They haven't hurt us. Like,
Fergus, your father's alive. He's outside right now, fighting to save you as well.
Dad's, but
Dad
what's
is
the-
alive.
What's the?
Yep.
Okay, I need out of here. I need out of here now.
I know, and I have my hands like I feel like our hands are up against the glass together.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just go see where this line is going. See if we can, because I do not want to rip you out of that and possibly hurt you even more. So you stay. No, you can't. You have to stay here. I'm so sorry. I love you, and it's so hard. It's so hard for her to turn her back on her son right now to go to where this to. Fez, we might need you.
Fez.
Might be blowing something up.
Fez, at this point, I'm not even going to make you roll. I'm going to let you take the description here. But as they're doing this, and as Echo's keeping cover at the base of it, I'm going to say you've managed to get this crate open, and I think you know what's inside it.
Is it a pipe bomb?
I found the source of the ticking! It's a pipe bomb!
Pipe
Yay! And so brings us the end of the campaign to the skies. We did not know what would bring our heroes low, but we found out eventually it was the atomic bomb. But
More war games.
I think you're aware of what it is. Fez, would you like to introduce what you've found?
It's a really big robot.
The robot?
It's like a really, really big robot.
Is this your new subclass?
And
My
there's
God,
a-
we've gone Gundam. We've gone Gundam. Is that it?
and it's got a cockpit.
Yes?
So the Pacific Rim music kicks in. I jump into this thing without thinking twice because I've never thought once.
You climb into it, you recognize the controls, takes you a handful, maybe a minute to kind of, okay, this does this, and then you see within this crate there are a multitude of attachments. There is places to attach to, and places on the back of it to kind of store to that you could switch out if you wanted to. By the end of it, as you activate this thing, I'm kind of interested. Based on the descriptions that you've seen in the subclass, the light that comes off this thing as it powers up, what's coming off of it?
The light coming off of it is a bright neon blue.
Okay. So paint us a picture. What does your mech look like?
It's a little bit boxy. I'm definitely, if you're at all familiar with Dreadnoughts from 40K, it looks a bit like that.
Okay, right. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And on one hand it's almost like an even bigger or amped up version of the fuck cannon. And with just these the entire forearm is just this long open barrel with magnetic rails going down the side, and the other one is basically his chainsaw sword, but also 4 feet long. At this point, he's about 12 feet tall when he's in this thing.
For goodness
Time
sakes,
in
you're
this
taller
entire
than
campaign.
me.
The first time in this campaign, Desert is looking down on all of us.
I
Johnny-
give uppies.
Johnny has kindly agreed to test out a subclass that I created. So this is the first ever time somebody's seen and played as the Mechgineer subclass. What he has equipped to this is a railgun and a rotary saw, which you can obviously aesthetic as just a giant chainsword if you want to. I'm totally chill with that shit. But cool, we're going to see what that baby can do pretty soon. In fact, very, very soon.
Excuse me?
Because as they turn and say, "Is there anything you can do?" You see Fez step out, and it's almost like the Bad to the Bone starts playing. Like Fez, "Oh, I can do something." As this mech just pushes its way out of this metal crate, and you just see Fez in the cockpit, "Guys, I never want to shoot anything again unless it's with this."
I'm
So,
glad that you also found your boy.
Oh, I've named him the boy, by the way.
The boy.
but spelled Daboi.
The boy.
And the logic still, the rule still stands. By the way, if you paint it red, it will go faster. So Fez, you can all now see Fez inside this new mech. Fez, you've been asked if there's anything you can do to help with Fergus's enclosure. What do you do with that?
All right, enclosure has to come down. Frankly, temple needs to come down because I need another notch on the belt. But first things first.
There's a big tube that we have to deal with.
There's a big tube. I bet it can cut it.
We don't know what it connects to, though.
Well, then I think we need to break down a door.
Yeah.
All right. Railgun.
Railgun towards the door.
Railgun
Okay.
the door.
So you turn this thing and you point this railgun arm towards the door of this temple. Make me a roll to hit.
First shot is a 26.
26 will hit.
Mm-hmm. Gonna on a hit, using the bonus action to make 2 additional attacks.
Yep.
That second one is a 17.
17 on stone is a hit.
And third one is a 22.
That's also going to hit. So roll me the damage on that, please, while I grab a book.
Right, first one is 15. Second is 7. Third is also 7. So 29 piercing total.
29 piercing. We love to hear it. With 29 piercing, the wall of this comes down as you triple round shot, smash into this door, and there is a roughly person-sized hole blasted through the stonework here. You see that what this thing is firing is less bullets or rounds and more high-caliber hockey pucks. It's just large bronze discs, roughly about the size of a dinner plate and roughly about the thickness of your average Burger King burger.
That's a big burger. That is not that's like a
We ain't
solidly satisfying burger.
Yeah,
Not a smash burger.
we ain't talking like Big Macs where you get advertised this but you get this. We're talking like you're advertised this but you get this. Like, so launch 3 of these things and they tear through the stonework here. And as they tear through the stonework, you start to hear the chanting.
Oh boy.
No.
And the chant...
Ha, ho, 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 ah, hoo,
Exactly.
wah,
That's, you
sure
took
thing,
it
ooh, ha, ha.
right out my mouth. You took it right out my mouth. No. The chant is in a strange language, strange tongue. But it does say... It does keep a consistency. Eventually you're able to make out what is being said. And what's being said, I'm going to read it out for you right now. Once I pull it up, because I'm a dunce and I didn't have it sitting there ready for me straight away. What they say is fairly long, but it's always the same. They repeat the phrase, Tau, Rho, Omicron, Mu, Omicron, Kappa, Alpha, Rho, Alpha, Tau, Iota, Sigma. Over and over again. They repeat this. And then it starts to get closer. You can hear the voices approaching you. Eight and Jericho, as well as Fez and Echo, do you move up to the temple with them, or are you still staying down in case the guards come?
I'm staying with the kids.
You're staying with the kids, okay, so you move up to the temple as well. You see 4 figures are going to step out from back there. These 4 figures resemble elves, but they have been modified to a certain extent. They have metal adornments over their body and certain cybernetic enhancements, but they are the ones who are doing this chanting. And as they all step out, at the end of like the maybe 11th or 12th round of this chant, they stop, they look up to you. Each one eyeballing a different one of the party, and they all say the same word at the same time. They say Tromokratis.
Uh-oh.
What's that?
I play Magic. I know what that is.
Oh no.
I play Magic. I don't know what that is.
I'm not a nerd. I don't play Magic.
Says the D&D
Abigail the nerd? Abigail the nerd?
You all heard it here. False advertising.
That's advertising!
This is why you didn't win the reward.
You fraud!
Hold on a minute here. Hold on a minute. Abigail,
So true, bestie.
I bet in high school you had at least 5 friends.
I did. Not.
I don't know my fruits.
Those are the friends.
We were. Like that was just it. We were. So they've said this word, Tromokratis. I think it would be Fez, 8, and Echo who could make this. Jericho, I'll let you make it, but you will have a significantly higher DC.
Oh,
But-
for sure. What is it? What role?
So it's going to be for Echo 8 and Fez, it will be Arcana. For you, it will be History for them. For you, it would be Arcana.
I was so excited for a second. I have expertise in history. Arcana is.
So it would be Arcana for you. It would be a History check for the rest.
I got like a really, really knowledgeable 7. Is that a nat 20?
Yeah. For a total of 21.
So we got
Which
a
is also what
4.
I got.
We got a 4 from Echo.
I
We got
forgot
7
things, okay?
We got a 7 from Jericho. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
8 in Fez. It takes a
I
little
got a
bit.
21.
I heard that you both got 21.
Sorry.
It takes a little bit to register, but there was a point where you guys, in the many travels you've done, there was a point where you guys jumped to another world. And in that other world, you encountered other gods. Some of you actively started to court other gods. Now, despite the fact that nobody really reached out to this god,
I love how no one had to tell me it was Echo.
despite the fact that nobody reached out to this god, you guys at one point did reach out to a god that knew of her. A goddess known as Thassa, the goddess of the seas. And at one point while walking through somewhere, you guys engaged in a conversation with a smith. A smith who was travelling here because he spoke of a great beast that rose up from the oceans and destroyed his home. He said that as the beast fled, leaving the destruction it had caused, all he could remember was its name being chanted as it descended into the oceans. Tromokratis. You good, Jericho?
So, if you refer to the chat, Ouroboros redeemed goat for 20 to make it natural, and gave it to me. Do we want to use that on this roll, even though I already rolled it? Or do we want to use that on the next roll?
So I would say if it's being used on this, if that's what it was redeemed for, which, if
Kind
Ouroboros
of looks
can
like
let
it
me know,
did.
if that was redeemed for the Arcana check, then yeah,
That-
we can definitely
that would be a
use it on this.
Well, that 7 turns into a 24 then.
Okay, along with
I have no business knowing this, guys. I was on an island by myself. There is no reason for Jericho to understand what's going on here.
We love her.
along with Echo and remembering this all of a sudden, Jericho, the word Thromocrates, it gives you a memory of legends that are sung around the sea. The sea is always a misunderstood thing, and obviously being a literal representation of the fact that there is another plane of existence where there is purely the ocean, and how all oceans are connected to the elemental plane of water. From a racial and maybe even cultural perspective, you of all people are aware how all the oceans are connected. And that means that all the creatures of the oceans are connected. And sometimes stories from one world filter through on a current and wind up in another. One of the most dangerous creatures in any ocean is a kraken. They are devastating creatures. But you've heard legends of a kraken above all others. A kraken that is unbridled in its rage and nigh on impossible to kill. And that everybody always knows when it's this kraken that has struck, because as it leaves behind craters, mass carnage, entire cities wiped off the face of the ocean, there's always a chant of its name. Thromocrates.
Oh, we are in trouble. I don't think that we should let them do that.
No, I don't like the sound of that at all. That's
boats?
bad.
Did you say boat?
No, guiding boat?
You want a guiding bolt, one of them?
To stop the chant, sure!
Roll to hit.
This is gonna be the roll that I get like a 1 on.
I will, if I'm allowed to, I would follow 8's lead and start throwing knives.
Okay,
It wasn't a 1, but it was a 7 for a total of 18.
7 for a total of 18 will hit. You're throwing knives. You're throwing them at the same target?
No, I'm trying to get all of them to stop. So the next one over would be the one I'm targeting.
Okay. Roll your damage for me there, 8. Jericho, roll to hit on the next one over.
17 radiant damage.
17
30.
radiant damage. Okay.
32 to hit.
32 to hit will in fact hit.
28 damage.
28 damage. Fantastic.
Nice.
And how much damage did you say you did there, 8?
Oh,
17.
7.
does he have anything about psionic damage?
He does not.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay. As you attack them, both of your attacks land very effectively, and these two priests drop. They hit the ground, dead. And as that
That was
happens,
intended.
a rumble travels through.
Oh no, did we just awaken this?
That was not what we were supposed to do, Nope, that was not it.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I mean, And I as I can feel the rumble happening, and I feel like it's Jericho, and then 8's right behind, and then it's Fez, and then Echo in the back. And I say, while facing whatever's coming at, all we need to do is get Fergus out. So if I go down, one of you you get him out of here. Promise me. Promise me.
Yes.
I
Going
promise,
to get
and
everyone out.
that's binding.
I will shut the fuck up.
I'm now legally
I'm an
obligated.
archfey now. You don't want to mess with me.
I legally can't lie. During this, would I have been able to go like squish through the little cage and take the IVs out of these poor kids?
I'd say yeah.
Okay.
I'd say that you'd be able to
That's
squeeze
what
through the
that's
gap there, yeah.
All right.
So you start to take those IVs out, and as you're doing that, squeezing through it, and you get over to them, and Fergus just kind of sees you like meld through that, and is like,
Trust her. Trust her.
I'm a
She's the
friend.
one that was talking to you. You've
Oh.
talked to him before in your head.
Yes!
Right? Sending.
It's me, Echo. Hi.
"Hi, can you teach me how to do that? Because that's really,
Absolutely.
Not.
Fantastic.
Absolutely not.
Easy procedure.
It's easy.
Let's just take you to the
we'll get,
Feywild.
we'll get you a
Turn you into a
tadpole.
mind
It'll all be
flayer.
fine."
No. Echo.
At this point, from where these priests came out, you see tentacles wrap round the door, and they start to pull. And the stonework and even the added metalwork starts to creak and groan, but these tentacles don't seem to be trembling or pushing with any great force. It's like this is second nature. It's like this is the easiest thing for this to do. While most expect a massive tentacles to be all that's seen, the next thing that comes up is a hand. A hand that makes Fezz's new found toy look like a literal toy. If we were to take, I don't know, if we were to take this as Fezz's newfound toy, this is the hand. Blue, clawed and scaled, it pushes aside the few pieces of rock, and then this carapace armor starts to come out, attached to these two hulking arms. One of them which now boasts a huge crustacean claw. And then the carapace splits, and a head comes out. Eyes open to observe everything going on around it. And then it sees you all.
Do we recognize these eyes? Like the ones that we saw from the one ship when we were getting Jericho?
No.
Like, is this the Cthulhu guy who's like, I see all?
No, this is not.
Okay.
What about
This
from the
is-
temple where we killed the guy and then we blew it up?
That was the guy whose eyes
Oh.
we've seen. Yeah. But yeah,
That would have
that's why I was
blood
like, oh
sacrificed too.
no, did we like super
Is this
kill
play about us?
We need to brace
Is
ourselves.
this our bad? Are we the bad guys?
No. No, they are still the bad guys. We're just the not good guys.
Yeah. We're the Thunderbolts.
We're trying our best.
We are doing our best.
No.
You haven't been here for like 9 months. I think you need to sit down.
Exactly. I'm not doing my best.
No, you're just living your best life.
Yeah, now I'm gonna save your son.
I mean, thank you.
Cast this multi-eyed face over all of you.
Oh no.
And then it roars. And it's because of the sheer size of this thing. The roar is more bass than anything. It's a roar that is less heard and more felt, as you can feel your bones vibrating from this thing's bellow coming towards you. And now I need you all to roll me initiative. As Tromocrates has entered the building.
We're gonna die.
Gosh, I hope I roll high. I gotta help these kids. Oh, thank the Lord.
My son is my son is in danger, and I'm on it with a single digit.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
I got 22.
I got 18.
Anybody got above 25?
No.
So between 25 and 20, Echo, you got a 22?
Yes. I know exactly what I'm doing. Oh my god.
Guys, I don't have any spell slots above 5th level, and I've got like 1 4th level slot left.
I will remind you that we have multiple spell scrolls that we have that you can cast. That
That's
only
true.
you can cast. We have Call Hero, we have Fuck You in particular, I think is one of them that was called. Defy, All Judgment, actually I'm pretty sure it says Summon Other Kraken was one of them.
If I cast Summon Bigger Fish.
I summon bigger, yeah, that's definitely the one. And if we can do it, can we do summon sexy bigger fish so we just distract him and go?
Joke's on
This
you.
is just like, it's the same thing but with lipstick.
Joke's on you, but there's always a big summon bigger fish. Just summons Liam Neeson to say the line, "There's always a bigger fish." That's all it does.
I think Liam Neeson could take on the Kraken. Have you seen Taken?
He has a certain set of skills.
Yeah.
You guys want to talk about Taken? Have you ever seen The Grey?
Oh yeah.
I also haven't seen
That's-
Taken.
In The Grey, he fist fights a wolf. Like, he just like straight up fist fights a wolf. It's fucking great. Okay, anyway.
We put all of the spell scrolls that you have access to in the chat. So like, you're not you have things, and you're the only one that can cast them because Echo doesn't have them.
I'm broke.
Echo, what was your initiative roll?
22.
22, I've got you, so I've got that as well. Jericho, you said you got single digits, yeah?
Yeah, like a really solid 7.
Okay.
Like a mom in trouble and wanting to save their son 7.
Love that subtle bribery right there is great. It's like you know, I'm just trying to save my kid, you know. 8.
I up here is very confident.
I got
My
an
knees
18.
are shaking.
19.
18, sorry.
18 and Fez.
13.
Okay, at the top of the initiative order, Echo.
Oh, thank goodness. Get the children out.
Yeah, Echo's high-key panicking because she doesn't. Babies. And so she's.
Babies.
I don't. The only thing I can send them to safely is the ship. I don't know where our ship is, but
It's
I do have.
actually back on the island that we just came
Thank
from.
goodness.
It's like really far away. It'd be a great place to put them.
Because I
Yeah.
have, okay. And it's the only safe place I can think of. I have like a little plank of wood from the ship because I've had it so we could teleport safely back to the ship at some point. I'm supposed to go with them when teleport happens.
Goodbye.
However, would you allow me to stay and tell them to hold this plank of wood and be like, Fergus, repeat after me. You're gonna help me do the spell, okay?
Abby, if
What level of spell is teleport?
It's 7th, but I have to cast it at 8th right now. Because I don't have my 7th.
Abby, if we go through this and you blow up my son because he's not a spellcaster, I swear to God.
No, that's not gonna happen, because one of my reds is harm to children. So...
Exactly.
I'll allow this.
Okay. Associated object is an automatic success for teleport, so
Okay.
I don't want them to blow up.
So you're telling Fergus to start to repeat after you do what you're doing?
Yes. And I'm gonna try to channel my magic through Fergus to help cast the spell that way.
It channels through so easily.
Uh-oh.
Shit, he's magic!
He might
no!
He might have a tadpole.
No!
No,
Oh, no.
I would
Okay,
never
okay.
do that. I would not do that. It's derivative.
you.
It's been done.
Thank you.
Maybe he's
Nah,
like one of the
he's got
storm
magic.
sorcerers.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
He's got magic and prowess if he's going. If it's good. Oh no!
Good. I can.
Trust and Fat Fergus. We will come back for you. Trust Echo. I love you.
He is gonna, just like, wait, what is this? And off he pops.
And that's my turn.
But it's like a very safe. He's alive pop.
It's like a.
No.
It's definitely it's definitely a spell that went correctly. He leaves behind the smell of like.
Fish sticks. Stinky.
No, it's like like tropical beach.
Ooh, it
That's-
smells like sunscreen.
Oh, funny.
That's where he was supposed to go. So that's all that matters.
He's off to
Tropical.
Margaritaville.
If that's your
He is not allowed.
if that's your
Yeah,
turn,
that's all I can do.
Echo, then it goes then to Tromocrates. Okay. Let's do this. Tromocrates is going to make his attacks. He gets to make an attack of each. So he's going to start with his pincer. And Echo, seeing you channeling magic and then popping these children away, the pincer is going to come down for you. Gonna
Bye-bye.
roll to hit with that there pincer. That was a bad roll. It's a very bad roll. For a dirty 20.
That hits. Barely.
So, you will take.
Wait, no, it doesn't. I'm gonna use a woe. And do
Okay.
a d6 minus that.
Are you rolling the d6 or do I roll it?
Either or.
You roll it.
Okay. I swear if I roll like a freaking 1, I'm gonna be so pissed. I rolled a 3.
Okay, that does not hit then, because my AC's 19.
Suck it.
So the pincer
Well, I mean-
slams into the ground. But it slams into the ground like with you here and the pincer does this.
I'm still in the cage, so I'm just like,
Oh, you're in the cage. Alright, cool,
Yeah.
awesome. So it starts just like trying to crush the cage with you inside of it.
Good news is I can be as small as one. I go flat Stanley again.
Damages that on the
What
ground.
actually happened is you did get squished, but you just like accordioned.
Yeah, just like,
You
that
get
is
squished-
weird. That's
You
weird.
get squished because you allowed it.
I get squished because it's funny.
Looney Tunes, guys. Looney Tunes.
Hoping
No,
to
it's
actually
good.
make accordion noises.
Its next attack is going to be with its tail, as it's going to swipe its tail along the bottom of this sandy, rocky arena that you now find yourself in. And that tail is going to come for you, 8. With another single-digit roll. It's going to be a 23.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's gonna hit. That's gonna hit me. Now, is this
Ooh.
magic damage? Like a magical bludgeoning?
It is, his attacks do count as magical.
Dang it, because I was gonna say my starry form lasts for like 8 hours, and so I would take half damage normally to physical damage. But if it's magic, then no.
So, sorry.
No, you're good.
You will take 14 magical bludgeoning damage and you are not prone.
Yep. So fair. So fair.
And then the tentacle is going to go for you, Jericho.
Do we still have Herillion and Silas with us?
I'm finally glad somebody asked about it. I rolled their saving throws as the building crashed down.
Are they
They
dead?
did not make... No, they're not dead, but they did not make the save.
They're not with us. That's all that
They
means.
are.
They're
I
not
was
with
like,
us.
I knew about to tell me they died.
They're not in here. They're not here, but they're okay. Ish.
Okay, as
You
long
know
as
They
they're...
got
you know-
cutscened.
You know that whole myth about how, like, if you're in an elevator that's falling, you're supposed to jump right before you hit the ground?
Don't do that. God.
Yeah.
Lay down. Lay on the
They-
ground.
They missed the jump. They mistimed the jump.
The problem is they jumped. People, if you're in a falling elevator, you lay flat on the ground and spread your limbs, alright? That's your
PSA!
highest chance of survival.
Oh, was it a nat 20?
No, it's the fact that Abby said you lie on the ground and spread your limbs.
That is what you're supposed to do.
tactic. And that is a pure survival tactic, and that is genuinely
Pure survival. That
Man,
is in
I could've
any
saved
that's in
someone's life
any
today.
survival situation, guys.
no.
Speaking
It's
of
not.
survival,
The
Speaking
bear's
of
trying
survival,
to lay down flat,
being,
spread on
if
it.
you're being buried in an avalanche, lie on your back and spread your limbs.
That actually is what you're supposed to do.
Take me home, Lord. Take me
Not
home.
ready.
If you're in an avalanche, what you should do is you take your this like this.
Yep.
You lie flat on the ground and you create a
Create
space
an air
bubble.
pocket. Yep.
And then you don't dig frantically. You make small little shifting movements. Kinda like the way we imagine the 8 does stealthing.
So fair. So fair.
Anyway, so with the tentacle grasp, that's going to be a grand total 31.
Oh, gosh.
That's on you, Jericho.
what do you think I'm going to do about that?
Okay,
Don't even add like 31 and you're like, oh, are you going to do something about it? Like, I can.
Okay, you're going to take 14 magical bludgeoning damage. And I need you to choose acrobatics or athletics.
Acrobatics.
Make me an acrobatics check.
Ha ha ha! 30.
With a 30, you are safe. As well, this tentacle does slam you. You manage to like step up and over and jump off of it.
The only tentacles I will take are from my husband, bitch! Technically they're tendrils, but meh. Semantics.
And that is its turn.
Okay.
We now
Long
move
turn.
on to 8. Fez, you're on deck.
I'm gonna try what I had wanted to try before, but we weren't close enough. I'm gonna try dominate aquatic beast with waves. Is it gonna work? Probably not, but I'm sure gonna try.
I mean, you might as well.
Yeah, have you all ever seen Hotel Transylvania 3? It's not impossible.
Fergus starts singing the Macarena.
I was about to say, wait.
Played by Joe Jonas.
You hold out the wave and just do it.
I think that's advantage.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, so no, he has to.
Or disadvantage.
Yeah. I was like, they have to. They're the one who has to.
It's a
to save. Oh gosh. Oh, and it's not a very high wisdom DC. I wish it could use my DC.
So what is it you're doing? Is it dominate beast?
Yeah, dominate beast. But I can only do it for water beasts.
Let me see here. It does not work.
It's not a water beast. It's a monster.
Oh, it's definitely aquatic. It's just not a beast.
I was gonna say it's a monstrosity, probably.
So you reach out with wave. You reach out with wave and you point at it and you utter the command word and wave just goes, I don't know how to tell you this, but it's the wrong type of god and it's definitely not the one I'm part of. So that didn't work.
I can see that wave.
And Tromocrat is just like, and wave just goes, I don't know if you need a translator for that, but he's not happy.
I can imagine he probably said some very, very unkind words to me.
It was incredibly insensitive.
And you know what? That is fair. I did just try to take over his whole body. We're gonna fly back a whole lot.
Is that everything for you to eat?
All I got. That's all she wrote.
Oh, at the end of your turn, it will use a legendary action. Its legendary action is it's gonna try and bite you, eh?
That is so valid.
Question:
Yarp.
Does Sentinel work in this instance?
Sentinel.
I know it's probably a really big thing. It's when a creature within 5 feet of you attacks, makes an attack against a target against other than you, you can use your reaction to make a melee attack against that creature. And I'm assuming this thing is really, really big, so I'm just like wondering if that means I couldn't hit it.
He is specifically Gargantuan Titan.
So probably within 5 feet.
Most definitely. Is it moving going to do? Do you know what? Yeah, cool. Go for it.
I'm gonna hit it.
Go for it.
Beautiful. That's a oh god. That's a 19 plus 13.
So a 32. You do manage.
Does that hit? Okay. I should have read it and rolled it on the left. Oh, that's sad. 30 damage.
30 damage.
I think it's very much, I do like a backflip over the tentacle. I say my cool line about not wanting his tentacles, and then I throw it into where the tentacle connects to the body, just like that really annoying part, because everyone knows like when you get a cut on like the side of your mouth or like on your joints, it sucks. So it's just like a really, really, really annoying paper clip. Paper cut?
Does not like that. The attack still gets to go through, so that's going to be a dirty 30 to hit you, 8.
Yeah. Very much so.
Okay, 8. You will
Get
take.
swallowed by this thing. Dang it.
You will take 32 piercing damage.
Is that magic?
Yep.
Dang it.
And you are large or smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, never mind. That doesn't work. Never mind. Just this bite.
Oh, I'm not getting
So
Pac-Man? Okay.
After the bite is done, it's going to move on to Fez with Jericho on deck.
Alright. I am gonna try out a new spell. I'm going to upcast Branding Smite at 4th level through the saw.
One of the benefits of being a mech engineer is that your mech is an extension of you, and so therefore your artificer infusions and spells that have a range of self can be cast on your mech and your mech's pieces and armaments. So you can smite using a rotary saw.
That is going to be a 27 to hit.
27 is going to hit.
Alright. Alright, that is going to be 15 points of slashing damage. Oh, that's a good roll. That is almost maximum. That is 23 points of radiant damage.
For a total
And-
of 38.
Yes. And he is going to gain a stack of bleed.
Oh.
Bleed is a fun little mechanic I came up with specifically for the idea of the rotary saw. Now, how bleed works is this. Well, it has to save a Constitution saving throw,
Right, con save.
but for the sake of wanting to go through with this, he will take the bleed. Okay, I'm just going to let it go ahead on this one. So, with the stack of bleed, what this means is you can have a number of stacks of bleeding on this creature equal to your proficiency bonus. So you can have up to 6. For each stack of bleed, whenever you deal melee damage, whether that is bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, or whether it's from spell damage, for every bleed stack that's on this creature, you deal an additional dice of damage. So, we're going to say, just for the sake of exploring all the new points in the subclass, he now has 1 stack of bleed. As you laser down this rotary saw, this chainsaw blade, and it carves through. And as it carves its way through, it starts to leak this thick purple ichor.
Samples. I do have extra attacks, so I'm going to hit him again. Just without the brand, unfortunately. Don't do that
That's
once.
fine, roll to hit.
That is going to be a 29.
A 29 will hit. So remember on this one, because of the 1 stack of bleed, you're now rolling an additional damage dice.
Alright,
And
so with the,
Kratos will be rolling a con save. I have a feeling that's going to be a save there. 19 plus 9, which is a total
that is a
of
save.
28.
that is in fact a save. That is going to be 16 slashing. Sorry, 21.
21 slashing.
21 slashing. I forgot to add my modifier.
Is that everything for you there, Fez?
That is everything, yes.
Fantastic. We now jump over to Jericho.
Seeing that my son is safe, that he's no longer here, my knees stop shaking. I look around and I'm seeing this big tentacle beast, and I call over to Eighth and I go, "Hunker down! You got this!" This is a bonus action using one of my commands. You heal for 22 damage. HP.
Thank you.
Pheasant, get this flank! And you can do use your reaction if you haven't used it yet. Use your reaction. You can use your reaction to make a range or melee attack on him.
All right, I'm hitting it with the saw again.
Absolutely.
Roll to hit with a rotary saw.
Gonna be another 29.
That will hit.
It counts for me though. She starts running around. She does not need to be within melee range of him, but I think she's staying up front.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit him 3 times. A 24 for 24 damage.
Okay.
Oh, that's gonna be a 25 for 33 damage.
Okay.
Ooh, 14. Ooh, can I use my heroic inspiration on that one?
You can indeed.
I'm gonna use my heroic inspiration on that one, and I'm gonna get 28 for 30 damage. And I go, I'm running, like I'm still moving, like within the like theater of the mind, just kind of like jumping over tentacles and just like kind of poke. And then I do it again, as I action surge, using my last action surge.
Action surge, do it again.
Sashimi.
I'm a mom. I know how to cook this shit.
Exactly.
Like we lived on an island, so squid was actually something we probably eat it a lot. We eated it a lot.
He did it. I did 16 by the way.
Eated it so often.
Okay, so
You
that
got
is a
16 to hit.
No, I did 16 damage on my head.
16 damage. I'll roll the con save.
sorry, I got a nat 20.
Yeah.
Yes.
So 26 for 24 damage. 15.
15
Doesn't hit, right?
hit.
Yep. And then nat 20 for 42 damage.
Okay.
So it's very, very much like that confidence comes back, and the blades are being thrown all over the place, and it literally just looks like a sous chef or a head chef just going ba 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 ba.
Fez, that's 2 bleeds it's got on it now. Alrighty.
And that will be my turn.
Fantastic. Circles up back to the top of the initiative order. Echo, you're up. This creature now has 2 gaping wounds on its body. It's got knives stuck in it, which just keep pulling themselves out and stabbing back in. What would you like to do?
I'm going to kind of, I'm gonna, pull myself out of the cage. Just kind of,
Scooch
Coming
on
out of
by
your
you
cage and
there.
doing just fine.
yeah, I'm just gonna scooch out, and then pop myself back to 3D. And then I'm going to cast banishment on it. I'm gonna spend the 3 sorcery points to give it disadvantage.
Ooh, we got a new trick. Let's go.
Tis not a new trick, tis an old one.
True, actually.
Tis used in many a combat.
So it rolls 1 singular die. What's the DC I'm looking for?
25, it's probably gonna pass.
And is that wisdom?
That's my thing.
Charisma. It's got that riz.
With your DC being 25. cannot succeed.
Okay.
With a +0 on its charisma and no proficiency in the saving throw.
Okay.
You point your finger towards it and you banish it back to whence it came. Now I have
The
written
fishy.
something for in case something like banishment came into play here.
Let's go back to
So, as you banish it, it's not the way banishment usually goes. A creature of this size, it doesn't just pop out of existence and disappear. The temple, the ruins, start to collapse in on themselves. Collapse in on some kind of vortex or some
Oh no, not again.
No,
Portal.
please.
sucking in.
No. I cannot go back to Theros. They'll kill me so quickly.
I really pissed off a god in Fergus. I cannot go
I
back
did.
there.
I pissed off 2 of them really bad.
However, with that knowledge at hand, I'm going to say that you're all going to have a round of preparation before you make your dex saving throw to get the fuck out of dodge.
I'm gonna use my 9th level spell to teleport us. We can all get within.
There we go.
Everyone grab the port key. I mean Abby. I mean Echo.
Yes. Grab me.
Definitely touch consensually, not grab. That would be weird.
Grab
Fez,
me.
Fez goes to instinctively grab Echo, but forgets that when he moves it's a chainsaw.
Just 10 feet! You just have to be within 10 feet of me! You don't have to die!
I'll hug you, mech and all. There's so much
Oh.
hugging going on.
I have so many things from the ship I can use to get us back to the ship. So I'm gonna use my hempen 50 feet of rope.
This has never been useful at all, except in this moment.
This incredibly heavy piece of rope.
We wind up on the last ship. We're on the wrong one.
Dang it! No.
I don't know if 8's gonna do
We're on
that.
a boat. It's not the boat.
Because we've got our whole army still here.
We're going back
Don't
to the
know where
ship.
we're
It's up
going.
there.
Our ship is back on the island.
Wait, our ship is back on the island.
If
Yeah,
you
it's
guys
gonna-
can hand me
Not our new
something
ship.
else. If
We
you
can
guys
go
can
to
do
hand
I
me
have
something
one?
else.
Do I have? Did I happen to get one of the dragon scales from the dragons that we were just on 2 seconds ago?
No.
Wait,
I do
I
have freedom of movement, guys, so I might be
I have
able
my
to get
wedding
myself
ring.
out of
I
there.
can get to Tenny. I have my wedding ring. We can get to Tenny. We can
Better,
go right
Abby,
outside.
I upgraded your arm on the Tempest. The Tempest is in the army upstairs.
That one.
That's what I was hoping that we were getting to the Tempest.
Your
Okay.
arm is key to the Tempest.
Perfect. And I still have my arm.
I would hope so.
Oh, we
in
just
my- I
don't
recorded
like that-
something that,
that-
Brianna's gonna be horrified by.
That's
But also, we
not
still
a great
have Aurelian and
face.
Silas, guys. Oh no!
We
Oh,
have to
right, the guys.
go.
What do
Yeah,
you
Are
guys
you-
want to
wait,
do?
wait,
No, wait, hold on. Are you wanting to use the arm to go to the Tempest?
I mean, I'm gonna use my arm because I think it'll take us to one of the ships. So I'm like,
Okay.
yep, we're gonna do this.
I swear to God, if we just go to Tempest anyway.
You hold up your hand and you use it as the anchor to cast teleport. Now, what Fez said is entirely correct. A lot of the upgrades and such that were done on the Tempest. So I will allow that to be where it goes. As Tromocrates is sucked back into Theros and the temple collapses around this swirling vortex right before this huge chunk of debris is dragged over you guys, you teleport and now you're surrounded by pistol fires and sword fights and some weird gargoyle on flying automaton drone-like creature combat.
What is happening here? What did
Wait,
you do?
I'm so glad I get to say this. This is the second time that we have teleported onto the deck of the Tempest in the middle of a firefight, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
And when you arrive here, there is combatants everywhere. Somebody, like a fleet soldier, turns, sees you guys, pulls out a cavalry saber, runs right as a gargoyle swoops down and just grabs him right off the edge of the ship. Full on war fun. Also, at this point, the Tempest is much larger, Echo. You guys have seen the Tempest as it arrived, but Echo, the last time you seen it, it was a fairly small ship.
It was a baby.
It is now full-on galleon-sized. We're talking a 30 cannon. Like, so when they talk about a 30 cannon ship, they don't mean 30 cannons on the whole thing. They mean 30 cannons per side. And amongst all this combat, you guys are going to hear a voice yell down at you from on the sail masts, where you can see a tiefling who is currently dueling two people. One front on with a sword, the other one with his prehensile tail wielding another sword. And he's just going to yell down at you guys, "You always choose the best moment when to show up for a..." And then stops as they see you, Echo. At which point there's just a momentary lapse in them. They reach with their metal arm, pull out a gun, and just, this can wait, and just shoot the guy that they were dueling. They make a beeline across the sail mast, grab onto a piece of rope, take the sword and cut it, and then just jump. And then they just march right up to you as they hit they are walking in midair as they hit the deck and just keep moving towards you. They walk up and they get right, like we're within 2 or 3 feet of you, and they put their finger up and they go, "Don't ever do that again."
I promise.
Like, gunfire all over the place.
Yeah, I'm just gonna telekinesis someone that's like about to attack him just off the ship. Just.
You don't get to just disappear. To just go somewhere and then not come back. That doesn't get to happen. You don't get to do that. There are people who, there are friends here who care for you deeply, and they got really upset. There were apparently tears and yelling at waterfalls, and that's not what's supposed to happen. So there's no more doing that. Do you understand? Takes out gun, shoots someone over your shoulder.
I'm just walking towards. I just start to close the gap. I think I just put my hand on the side of his face while he's ranting. You can't do the disappearing and then just showing up with, like, not even like a, "Hey, by the way, I'm thinking of showing up at this big battle you're doing. I'm in the middle of the battle of my life here. Like, did you I was fighting someone with my tail." You talk too much.
It is a Hawk Song family trait.
Well, he says Hawk Song, and I'm kissing him.
there's like a moment where it doesn't register, and he's still talking through the kiss. So there was like a it is a hump. And then he puts his arms and he pulls you in, and the kiss is brief, but not for like a point of like not enjoying. There's like a, it's like the hug.
Fighting.
The hug was more. The hug was what he needed more. And as he pulls you in, he says to you, and it's at a point where because the noise is such, only you would hear it, and he just says, "Now you definitely can't just disappear again."
I promise.
No, because it's dangerous for me, because like my mum did the whole disappearing thing, and my dad, he followed her. So now I will have to follow you next time. Pulls out gun, shoots someone over your shoulder again, puts gun back.
Yeah, I throw someone off the... I just keep throwing people off the ship during this conversation. I think I accidentally throw a gargoyle off the ship, but they've got wings, so
I
it's fine.
think that to protect our friend,
the gargoyle grabs someone as he's thrown off the ship.
Yeah, sorry.
we all know that this moment was meant to happen, so I feel like there's definitely a montage, but around you, nothing's getting to you guys, because me, A, and Fez are making sure that this one moment is not interrupted in any way, shape, and form.
This is the end of Pirates of the Caribbean 3, where everything's just like all around the ship and fighting and such. At which point...
I know Jericho's protecting this moment, because she's heard about this. She knows.
Randuin is... Somebody is going to yell out from up on the mast. Big, burly bugbear is just going to go, "Captain, I get that you're having a moment and such, but we're..." Axe to the head of somebody. Kind of in the middle of something. At which point Randuin is going to go, "Right, I swear, do not disappear."
I have already said, I promise, and that's binding, so...
Okay, he's just going to bonus action Misty Step up.
This should be the funniest time to cast invisibility.
I cast plane shift, and I leave.
Poor man! This poor fucking man!
It's a
Y'all are
Hawk Song it's a Hawk Song family tradition to have your heart torn out by somebody who technically can't lie. Man, if I had a nickel for every time somebody with a surname Hawk Song, got absolutely wrecked by falling in love, I'd have 2 nickels. Which is not a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice to 2 separate people. So you guys are now on the deck of the Tempest. It is very clear, because of the decisions you guys made coming into this fight, the aerial fight is very much in your favour. The Tempest, along with the other aerial support you have, is annihilating what's going on here. But there are still fleet soldiers here. At this point, it's almost counterproductive to have you guys going against soldiers in combat, especially fleet soldiers. So what I'm going to do is, over the course of the next 5 or 10 minutes of combat, how are you contributing to how this combat is being won? And I will make this clear, on what's given, there will be things that happen because of it. So, it's not action based or anything like that, you just, this is your anime moment. Live it. Okay? Keep it within the very realistic constraints of what your character can do, which I understand at level 17 is basically anything. But you know, This is your anime moment. This is your I've been holding my arms up for 12 episodes. This is my episode where I put my arms down. This is that moment. If anybody gets that reference, you lived through some horrific shit, and I was there with you. So I'm just going to go as it appears on my screen. Echo, you just smooched the face off Randuin, made a promise that you're not going to disappear. What do you do when you return to the fight?
It's kind of, she's slinging a lot of different spells, so her telekinesis is up, and she's gonna have her Crown of Stars up. So it's a mix between her pushing people away and sending the like iridescent orbs out and hitting people. So it's like a combo where if someone comes towards her, she pushes them up in the air and then slings one of the Crown of Stars at them. And if there's one like brute that doesn't quite get knocked out from that, then she kind of like almost as if elbowing them in the air sends them over the edge. And so it's just a lot of using the height that we're at to her advantage.
I'm getting a lot of Scarlet Witch vibes going on here. Like
she's
real,
always been a little
real
Scarlet
Witch vibes going on. Okay, awesome. In that sense, I'd like you to roll for me. What we're gonna... Do you know what? Let's call this a... Call it an Arcana check. Roll me an Arcana check. This is not... This is not so much a to see if it happens, and more so to what degree.
Got it. Okay. I'm gonna spend a sorcery point to make it better. Okay, that's a 19.
19. Okay, so very much you describe telekinetics and beaming somebody off with a blast from the start. Sometimes even just lifting and throwing. To the point where something very similar to what Fez has now got, but it's more like a large Goliath and like an exosuit. As you grab onto the suit with your telekinetics, grab onto the other side, and it's very Hawk in the trailer of Dragon Age 2, as you just start to twist and crumple the metal, and then launch this, like what the Hulk did to the Hulkbuster armor, and then just like threw it away. That you just do that to this guy, but it's an exosuit, so you're also snapping his bones as you do it.
Gross.
It's like if you combined that. It's like if you combined what the Hulk did to Iron Man with the end of Saw 3.
Ooh. Excellent. Gross.
Gross, but excellent. Fantastic. So yeah, Echo's just living this Scarlet Witch moment, throwing and crippling and crampling and however many other words there are for just squashing things all over the place. Going to Jericho. Jericho, within this maelstrom of raw psionic energy, where are you fitting in? What are you doing?
So we have 2 dragons flying around, correct?
Yes.
We have
One dragon high aerial, other dragon is surface level. The
Awesome.
amethyst dragon is up here.
Awesome. Guys, I'm gonna go try and find them, and them is the 2 that were in the building with us. Micah, could I get the lift, please? And Micah kind of swoops down, and as she goes on, I just kind of like lean back and like boom, aerial fly down, like really cool style, land on her wing, and go exactly the way that we came in. And I'm running, and through these 10 minutes, I'm trying to get our friends out going the way we came down, so that we're not leaving anyone behind.
Didn't our thing break off and go down to the ocean floor, though? The room that we were in?
Technically, yes, but there was other stairs, so I'm hoping that maybe that's what Jericho would do, that we can't leave anyone behind.
Don't forget, you can turn into gas, into a cloud.
I can turn into gas! I can turn into gas! So I get down there, and as soon as I need to,
you can go like...
I still still get a ride from a dragon because that's still cool as hell. But
Oh yeah, hell.
I'll turn into gas, and I'm looking for our friends so that I can get them the fuck out.
So, as you get a ride from the dragon, Micah drops you off right at where the base was, and using the speed of this thing, you're able to move yourself down, even to the point where the platform broke off. The gas could still move through the water.
Mm-hmm.
So you move through the water, and you're able to get to these two unconscious forms amongst the debris.
And I do not believe that we've ever had any healing potions or anything. If I do have them, they're not on my character sheet. But I'm strong enough being. I dig them out and I get them out of there.
Okay, you
I
dig
do my
them
best.
out. I mean, you're a water genasi, so you have a swim speed, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so moving at half your swim speed because you're carrying two medium creatures.
Mhm.
Your swim speed is 30 feet, equal to your walking speed.
Yes.
Right. So if you're moving at 15 feet per second, you're currently
Dashing.
Sorry. Dashing. Okay, so you're moving at 30 feet per round. You are currently 750 meters below the surface.
Oh my god, that's a lot. I also can use my battle. I can use my battle commands to heal them both for D10 plus my fighter level.
Okay,
well, so I can get them.
Okay, so doing that changes things because now at this
Okay.
point, as you heal them both,
They both get about 20 hit points.
that's all they need to get up. So Aurelion can't really do anything at this point. All the things he's got are not going to help him in this situation. But Silas is a wizard.
We love that for him.
So he will just...
Come on. I need you to get us out of there. Here, come on. Wake up.
As he wakes up... Oh, Right, yeah, yes, out. He just pats himself, and he's going to cast Polymorph.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And he'll polymorph himself into a whale.
Perfect.
At which point he just kind of like rolls to get to the edge of this space, which is receding.
We roll him.
And as soon as he gets in the water, he just kind of puts his fin out. Aurelion grabs hold, takes a breath. You take hold, and then he just starts to propel himself up and out. And as he comes out, just for added flavour, he's going to breach out and slam down onto one of the floating pontoons that's got a bunch of fleet guys on it.
Yeah.
Hey, babe. As I'm pretty sure Teddy's somewhere around there. That counts for me.
He's definitely around, but he's currently holding on to a leather kind of rope that is on the back of his like best buddy, as he's just like skimming along the surface, just like, hello, he's living his Aquaman moment. So while you and your husband are now carting around on the surface of the ocean, beating up people while riding whales, we move on to 8. What's 8 doing in this moment? What's 8 doing in the end of this battle?
It is such a good question because I've used so much of my spell slots. Not a whole lot that she can do.
It's nothing to do with spell slots. This is live your anime moment.
I know, but it has to be realistic to what
No,
she
it
can
doesn't.
do.
No, it does not.
She's
Not
used
like
a
that.
lot of magic.
It has to be
I made up
realistic.
Mac.
I cast Wall of Mind Blank on all of the fleet.
I cast Crown of Stars and I didn't have a 7th level.
It has to be within the limits of your power. Like, you know, just have fun with it. Do what you do.
Okay.
You want to do what you did to the Vardenvale? I'll let you do it. Like, just like laser beam everyone to death. Like,
You mean I can cast Blight on everything and suck the life out of it?
You want to kill them all?
I'm going to cast Sunbeam and sustain it for about an hour.
Okay, in that case, I think 8 in the moment was feeling really panicked about like leaving Aurelian and Silas behind, because she still struggles with letting go, and so knowing that Jericho does eventually get them out is good, but I don't think 8 realizes it in the moment.
She would have said it as she was falling, like, I got them! Stay here! So something along those lines.
Yeah. I think it's like she has like the guilt though of not being the one to do it, because she's got unhealthy coping mechanisms.
That's sad girl issues.
Exactly. So I think kind of like the manifestation of her emotions that have like caused to make it look like she's malfunctioning just kind of like goes crazy and haywire, and these clouds just start coalescing above her, and we're gonna do a storm of vengeance and just rain hell down as her body is sparking and twitching and like looking like it's about to explode.
For those of us who don't know what Storm of Vengeance is,
have you never heard of Storm of Vengeance?
I've never heard of that spell. What is it?
Okay, let me read it. So, a churning storm cloud forms for the duration, centered on a point within range and spreading to a radius of 300 feet. Each creature under the cloud, when it appears, must make a Constitution saving throw or take 2d6 thunder damage and have the deafen condition for the duration. At the start of your later turns, the storm produces different effects as detailed below. Turn 2, acidic rain falls. Each creature and object under the cloud takes 4d6 acid damage. Turn 3, you call 6 bolts of lightning down from the cloud to strike 6 different creatures or objects beneath it. Each target makes a dexterity saving throw, taking 10d6 lightning damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one. Turn 4, hailstones rain down. Each creature under the cloud takes 2d6 bludgeoning damage. Turns 5 through 10, gusts and freezing rain assail the area under the cloud. Each creature there takes 1d6 cold damage until the spell ends. The area is difficult terrain and heavily obscured. Ranged attacks with weapons are impossible there, and strong winds blow through the area.
So as this starts to hurtle down, the fleet, their weapons can't fire. And they start to get picked up by the winds. And on top of Echo just like casting people aside, you're also picking them up in miniature vortexes and launching them in all different directions. And as they're being launched, they're being hit by lightning. And being hit by chunks of hail the size of your head and slammed into the ocean below. And last and most certainly not least, Fez, well, we've got this psionic and natural storm occurring. What are you doing?
Fez is just rampaging through the fleet forces, just slicing every direction possible with his rotary saw, cackling like a lunatic as he's firing his railgun at passing fleet ships, aiming specifically for the engine blocks because he knows where they are.
So you're just doing the Dreadnought thing.
Oh, it's just the Dreadnought sequence from Space Marine 2. Yeah.
He's just running through, and it, like, every now and again there's a stray fleet store that tries to get in the way, and you just, like, stand on them. Like, there's guys that scream, my legs, my legs, my legs! You're just like, I'll be just 1 minute. There we go. Causing widespread destruction. In the midst of this carnage and chaos, eventually there comes a cry. They're retreating. And you start to see fleet life ships moving away, picking up whatever stragglers they can on the oceans. At the point, the Queen Anne's Revenge on the surface flies their colours at full mast. A symbol of victory. that is where I leave you guys. In the throes of victory, watching your enemies for the first time in this entirety that you guys have experienced for the first time, the fleet taking a loss.
Good question.
Yeah?
The boats are on the ocean, right?
Yep.
I still have control water. Can I make a big old vortex? Because 8's losing it.
We want to have a
say-
unequivocal victory.
We will say there is a vortex there, which is why they can't get all their stragglers free.
Okay.
But that is where I'm going to leave you guys there, so that we can come back to the reactions of them fleeing. Thank you for coming to see this. Thank you for derailing my plans as usual, guys. It was absolutely great and I loved every moment of it. Thank you to everybody that came to see us, and thank you for making it so memorable. I don't have anything I want to plug really, except come and see more of our shows. They're really, really fun. I'm going to pass over to my wonderful players and allow them to plug themselves very, very quickly. Jess, anything you'd like to plug quickly at all?
On Saturdays, I'm here to be in a Dragon Age game, but other than that, I'm here and I'm happy.
Fantastic, thanks very much, Jess. Moving on quickly to Johnny, anything you'd like to plug at all?
Yes, PAX East, May 8th through 11th in Boston, Massachusetts. I will be there with Gehenna Gaming running horror RPGs, many of which involve mechs.
We love mechs. Thank you very much. Wingle, anything you'd like to quickly plug?
We have Hellish Amity on Vex Wild's channel, and I just want to say how proud I am of our party of that big milestone that we accomplished today. You guys played so well. That was a great milestone that we did together as a team.
Thanks very much for that, Wingo, and definitely not blatant hint. And last and most certainly not least, Abigail, anything you would like to plug at all quickly?
Yes, real quick, in like 13 minutes, follow me on over to Dyson Autism's channel for Tales of Aegis, where I play Sybil, a Weave-born Runechild sorcerer, who is about to find out some stuff about being a Runechild.
We love the people over at Dyson Autism. Go and check them out. Fantastic people over there. That's it from all my players, so therefore that's it from me, and that's it from us. Thanks for coming to see us today, folks. I have been your DM of Doom, Son of Asgard, or World Tree Quest here on Twitch and YouTube. With me today, we've had Abigail the Nerd, we've had Wingo the Wizard, we've had Swords from the Roses, and we've had Johnny Deadman. From all of us here at World Tree Quest, good night, stay safe, smooch the tiefling, it always works out. Also, don't pull a finny. Good night, folks. Good night.